What's up, y'all? Today we're talking about pop music, well, specifically how musicians view pop music. By the way, hit the like button if you're feeling the threads. This has to do with how musicians view music in general. Why do they play it? Why do they love it? And I would have to say, since I'm a musician, we love music because of the challenge of it. We love it because it requires a skill. It takes time to master something. You're putting your craft into it. You're putting your heart into it. But more importantly, I think most musicians would agree, you're putting your mind into it, your brain, your intellect. Alright, so on the other hand, how do musicians view pop music? Well, I would think they would say that it's very simple, it's very pared down, it only has 3 chords in it. They listen to the song, counting the chords in order to determine the goodness of that song. The lyrics are so simplistic, and these lyrics are written on a 3rd grade level, and these lyrics are written at a kindergarten level. Who cares? How advanced is your vocabulary, dude? I think most musicians would say that because of the lack of complexity and the lack of skill required for a musician to play these songs, therefore, it's a bad song. And to be perfectly honest with y'all, I used to be one of these guys. I really did. I was just as misguided. But now that I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser, I think that there are certain things that pop music has to offer that no other genre has to offer. Not only that, but the hatred that musicians have for pop music doesn't seem to be a mutual feeling. But we'll get into that later. Here's why all y'all musicians are totally wrong, totally incorrect. Everything you say about pop music is completely ridiculous because you just don't understand it. Yes, you heard me correctly. I said it, and I stand by it, because it might sound simple to you, but pop music is designed for a completely different reason. And so you can't base a song off of your preconceived notions and say therefore it's not good. Because the metric that pop music is using to measure its success is not the same metric that most musicians would use. So here's what most musicians get wrong about this. Pop music is designed for a specific reason. It's designed to create appeal. It's designed to appeal to a very broad range of people, very broad range of age groups and racial groups and cultural identities. And in that sense, I would say pop music is successful at that. Secondly, it's designed to sell. And take a look at the Billboard charts. I don't think you're going to be seeing Snarky Puppy topping the R&B charts anytime soon. Unfortunately. That would be cool though. But it's designed to make money. It's designed to generate tons of clicks and tons of ad revenue and sell products for, multi-billion-dollar corporations such as Google and, big Hollywood studios, and that's what it's there for. And again, they seem to be doing a pretty good job at this. The third thing pop music is supposed to do is make you want to dance. Now, this one's a little bit open to interpretation depending on what kind of dancer you are, I guess. The tempos, in my opinion, have been really, really lagging lately. You hear stuff on the radio, 65, 70, 71 beats per minute. Aren't people falling asleep in their car behind the wheel? Pop music is also designed to be listened to passively. They know that their customers and their clients, their audience, is not going to be sitting down and putting their headphones on and, turning off the TV and closing the blinds and turning off the lights and just sitting there, in their little isolation tank, just 100% focused on the music. They're thinking that most people are going to just be, filling up gas in their car, and it's going to be blasting, doing their grocery shopping or going to CVS or something. That's where you're going to hear these songs. And that's, again, what they're written for. That's what they're designed for. And they still play that stuff in all of those situations. So I still think that they're pretty successful on that front. Finally, pop music is all about the feel. So you don't have to be an expert musician. You don't need 35 years of university music conservatory education to be able to hear a 4/4 bass drum kick and want to dance a little bit, want to move a little bit, right? It doesn't require any skill. It doesn't require any knowledge to be able to do that. And so if you're designing a pop song, why would you, spend 1,000 hours coming up with the perfect synth tone and the perfect, 2-5-1 progression, sequentially going down chromatic and cycling through the circle of fourths pattern? Like, why would you do that? That would just be an unsuccessful pop song. So, but I don't think that's any reason to hate pop music. So again, you guys just don't get this, or you wouldn't be making these ridiculous arguments. To summarize this whole point, it would be that pop music is about the song, not the skill. And in many cases, it's still about the skill. I mean, have you listened to Beyonce's vocal chops? Have you listened to Bruno Mars's vocal chops? Have you seen that guy on a stage? So these are the people that you're dissing when you talk trash about pop music. Everybody wants to hate on Justin Bieber and hate on Drake, and it's like, you know what I would tell Justin Bieber and Drake? I would say, keep doing you guys, because if you got haters, you're doing something right. So I'm going to make a final point here, and that's the simple fact that your hatred for pop music is not mutual. It's not a two-way street. Because musicians might hate pop music, but guess what? Pop music does not hate musicians. And I can prove this empirically. I mean, look at the pop music industry. You have all kinds of different components there that employ musicians, that pay musicians, that want really top-notch, high-level, skilled, schooled, trained musicians. I mean, have you been on a tour? Go on a tour with Bruno Mars and, play 50 cities in 2 months and tell me that doesn't take skill. Go tour with Beyonce and do a 12-hour rehearsal with her because she's a freak and doesn't want to stop until the project's done. Tell me that doesn't require skill. You also have studio recording. I mean, look at the R&B industry. Most of these albums are recorded with live musicians, with studio guys. They're in the studio. They're top-notch bass player, the best drummers in the world, the best keyboard players and synth players and string sections. They're hiring orchestras and quartets and brass bands. And all of these guys wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for pop music. So again, pop music loves and supports their musicians. Also, every single one of those hit songs that's on the Billboard charts right now, everybody hates them, right? Oh, so simple, so stupid. Well, guess what? Why don't you get on your instrument of choice and go record a cover of one of those songs and do it better? Apply some more of your amazing musical skill and make a better cover. Do it better than them. Since that's so simple and that's so dumb, why don't you do it? Why don't you prove how simple it is? And I guarantee you, if you do that, and you record your music video and you record yourself singing the song and you put it out there, and you have a chance to go viral. You have a chance to actually get the attention of some of these higher up guys in the industry that might be calling you to place one of your songs on their next album. And then that, jazz fusion song that you wrote might actually become another pop song. So if you're just full of hate and vitriol for pop music in general, you're automatically closing all those doors and all those opportunities, because it's like, oh, there's pop music, so I wouldn't do that. Why not? It's still music. And I really think that a lot of pop music nowadays is getting more experimental. It's getting more creative. I mean, look at the amount of technology that they employ in there. I already talked about the abundance of live musicians and great musical performances that occur on these albums. I mean, I listened to, I think it was a Justin Timberlake album, and man, the band on that record was killing. I don't remember which one it was, but it was killing. And those musicians were studied, and that they all made tons and tons and tons of royalties. So the way I see it, it's kind of a win-win for me between musicians and pop music. It's not the same, I guess, as playing a Hinastera piano sonata, or playing a Snarky Puppy Lingus synth solo. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below if you agree with what I'm saying. If you know some musicians that are like this, I can't stand these guys. And any of you musicians out there that have friends or bandmates that think like this and talk like this, fire them, get them out of your life, avoid them like the plague, because all they're doing is causing you to become closed-minded and causing you to shut off your own opportunities and probably stunt your own career. There's a lot of things that musicians can learn from pop music. You know, take your experimental fusion song and apply some of these other ideas to it. Focus on the song instead of the skill. And a big part of this is knowing how to write a song, right? So there's so much competition and there's so many rewrites that happen, rewrite after rewrite after rewrite. And some of these higher level guys will actually tell you a great song isn't written, it's rewritten. So that's something that I've actually learned from studying pop music, and I apply that to my own music. And my songs have gotten way, way better as a result. So, but let me know what you think. Do you still hate pop music? After watching this entire video, you're still not convinced that you're wrong and I'm right? Leave me a comment down below, and we'll battle it out in the comment section. I think I'm on pretty solid grounding here, so good luck. But this will conclude my second season of Owen Adams Speaks, and I hope you guys enjoyed the new setup here. I finished it out with the blue, just like the first one. This has been 20, count them, 20 long videos, and I've spent many long hours of editing, so please, please, please subscribe and let me know that all this hours and hours and hours of work that I've put in has gone to something good and actually made people happy and, brought something positive to this crazy thing known as YouTube. Go study my music theory videos. Go back and study my songwriting videos and my performance videos. And, I'm not right about everything. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I have been doing this for over 20 years, and I do know, and I surround myself with guys that are way, way, way better than me and make me feel like a nobody. So I think that if you can take styles of music that are more alien to you, even if you think you already have it figured out, and you can study it, and you can get something out of it, even if it's something small, that's how you get the money. See y'all next season.